Some of you struggle mightily with this. I've gotten several phone calls and several emails a week for years. So don't, if you think I'm picking on you today, I'm not. I mean, I get them every week for years and years and years. People that are like, I'm new to this and I've made some choices, but I don't know how to tell my parents, or I don't know how to tell my children. Is that really the problem? No. The problem is not that you don't know how to tell them. You just say, look, I'm Torah-Observant. I mean, that's not the hard part. No, the hard part is you want to figure out the magic words that when you tell them, they don't go nuts and ballistic and disown you. Yeah. See, that's what you're trying to say, but that's not the words you're using. You're saying, well, I don't really know how to tell my parents, and I don't really know how to tell my children. Well, that's not really the problem. It's not like there's really a challenge in using the word saying, hey, I've been going on this journey and I found this to be true and I'm walking this. No, but you want the words that are going to keep them from reacting the way you know they will. Well, why are you afraid of that? He says, if you diligently obey my voice, period. You also know that in the New Testament, in the Brit Chadashah, Yeshua tells us that when you make these decisions and choices, your family members may not be thrilled. So why are we afraid of that? Well, because it's going to be awful. Yeah, it is. But why are you afraid of that? He says, Father, I don't ask you to take them out of the world, but just to keep them from the world. So we have to live in this place. This is not a fun place to live, unless it's under his authority. And it's not at the moment. So that's why it's not a fun place to live. But see, that goes back to, if you're covenanted, you simply explain, how do I explain this to my children? Explain to them that you came to realize you need to be covenanted. And in that covenant, it requires you to diligently obey his voice, which means that you're not eating pork anymore, shellfish and catfish, and you're going to go start keeping Saturday, not Sunday. You're not doing Christmas. In other words, you're going to diligently obey his voice. And I'm just letting you know, family, so that you know. Especially as we start coming around, we're circling into the fall now, which means all of that Christmas stuff is going to come up for all the first timers. And how do I tell my family I'm not doing this? You tell them. But, what do you mean, but? Yeah, they're going to react whatever way they do. Some of you may be surprised that they don't react as bad as you think. Some of you may be surprised they act worse than you thought. But they're going to do whatever they're going to do. Why does it make any difference as to what you do? You need to do what you need to do. Now, you don't need to go tell everybody you've made this choice unless they need to know. So obviously, if there's things that happen like Christmas, which the family usually does certain things together, and certain things happen with presents and parties or dinners or whatever, well, yeah, you're going to have to tell them you're not doing it. That part you're going to have to communicate. Some of you who are watching a live stream need to stop going to your Sunday churches. I mean, when are you going to get your foot out of the other camp? And be of two minds. But, what's the but? Do you think that you're the only one that's ever had to deal with this? Or you're the first person but you don't understand. My family's, everybody in my family's a pastor. Don't laugh. I've had like 80 million conversations with people that have told me that. If you live in the South, everybody's relative's a pastor. I'm telling you. You don't understand. My sister's a pastor. My brother's a pastor. I'm 17 generations of pastors. Okay, fine. So what? What's your point? So you're not going to covenant? Well, good. Then don't covenant. Nobody's forcing you. When are you going to stand up and make a choice, make a decision and a commitment? That's what the people had to do here. And of course, you see them failing at it a lot of times. And we can look at them going, what's wrong with these people? What's wrong with you? You got your own moments like they did. Oh, it's so easy to judge them. How could they see those signs and wonders and miracles and then do what they did, not going in the land when they saw the giants and stuff? I don't know. Giants? We're talking about real 13, 14, 15-foot people. And you're afraid of your 5-foot mother. If she's that tall. And you judge these guys who are afraid of legitimate giants in big walled cities. And you're afraid of your sister or your brother. Why? Because they are. Whatever it is, because yes, they're going to do that. Rabbi, please pray. No, I'm not praying against it. You actually, because you're so upset about it, you need to go through it. I'm not praying against it. That sounds mean. It's not mean. This is a hard world we live in. And you're making a hard choice to stand up against you're going swimming against the stream here. Okay, you're going against the grain. You need that experience because you need to have that growth, that fire to go through to strengthen you. Because I promise you, if you live long enough, it's only going to get a lot worse.